Okay, here's another piece of bush tucker that's quite easy to come across. This is a prickly pear. It's not indigenous to Australia, but they are everywhere. It's considered a bit of a weed around here, and I've actually been doing a bit of, well, removing it for the conservation group I've been spending time with this past week. The story goes that some of the early pioneers were having a bit of trouble growing their English fruits and stuff, because, well, obviously our climate's a lot different to England. This is sunny tropical Queensland. It's a bit drier, and it's a lot warmer. So they imported this little beauty. Well, it's a beauty to me, not to other people. Apparently the Apache Indians used to farm it for the fruit. So these little purpley bits on here. I'll show them to you. Alright. This purple thing here, that's the fruit. And these little bits here, they're all furry. Those are the spikes. Now let's see if I can get it off with making. Oh, that was easy. All these little bits here, these are the spikes. To be honest, they're more like hairs, but you get them into you and it's but they are uncomfortable, let's just say that. Now you could just break them off like running the knife blade like that across them and break them all out like that, or even with a stick. But the problem with that is it sends them flying everywhere, and they'll get picked up by the wind, and if they get blown back at you, it's about you get lots of little splintery type spikes all over your body. And I've had it happen to me once, and it took me about half an hour before I got them all, because I'd go 5 minutes and I'd bump up against another one and it's not the nicest experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them off. Isn't that so much easier? Alright. Cut all these off and get back to you soon. And there it is, all the little hairs cut off, marks and stuff. I don't really know how you could explain the way it tastes, but it's food. It's not an unpleasant taste, it's just strange. So that is a good one to know, purely because, well, it's a bit of a weed. Although to me, I don't see it as a weed, I see it as food and medicine, because it also has a use for burns and stuff. If you cut it open, I'll show you. These pads here, no, get that spider off. On the inside, if you got a sunburn or just a burn in general, the inside of these is kind of like aloe vera. It's meant to be good for sunburns and stuff. So let's get one off without spiking ourselves on one of these circles full of hairs. I'll just break you off. Got spiked. To be honest, I got spiked with one of these big ones. It's about 1 inch in length. They are nowhere near as bad as the little hairs, because that pokes a hole into you, but it comes back out easily. The little hairs get stuck in you, and you have to wiggle them around as you try and get them out. They're much nastier. Let's try and get into this without causing too much more injury. Now that I've taken all the skin off of this side of the pad of the prickly pear, it's really slimy and gooey. Apparently that's good for sunburns and stuff. You just kind of rub it into your sunburn, let's say if my hand was sunburned. I'm not sure if it works as a sunscreen, but it's supposed. Ow! I think I might have one of the hairs in there. Maybe. Maybe I got one of those little hairs mixed in with the goo. That's not good. Oh well, I think I'll be alright. If I have, I'll pick it out. Oh well, that's the prickly pear.